Hello, this is Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews, and today we're going to review, well, we're not really reviewing, well, sort of, but we're playing, let's play Penumbra Overture in VR with a VR mod that I downloaded from GitHub. I'm not going to show the link, but if you search the internet for Penumbra Overture VR mod, you will find the mod. So you just download it, follow the instructions, place the files in the correct directory on your Steam folder for Penumbra Overture, start Steam VR, and then start the VR Penumbra app that's in your directory, and it will start up in VR. So we're not going to do the VR tutorial. What we're going to do is we're going to start a new game. We'll start on normal. And again, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. We're doing Penumbra Overture in VR.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever taken. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Okay, so this game does have full locomotion, but you cannot turn using the motion controllers. You can with the keyboard and mouse, but this mod kind of requires you to use motion controllers. The Oculus Touch controls do work. You have to press Y on your right hand controller to get item descriptions out. Okay, and you pick up your book. So all you do is you touch the item and it'll show up. Oh, by the way, these are my motion controllers. You can see them. I was afraid you wouldn't be able to see anything in the YouTube recording, but you can. So again, you press Y So basically you look towards them, you'll see an eye icon, then you click Y and it'll show up. To open items, well, let me first show you the description. Okay, and tells you what to do to open them. So you basically put your motion controller near the item. It'll show a hand. Once it shows the hand, you click trigger, and then you pull in. And then again, to get an item, you just touch it. You see the hand icon over it, then press trigger. It says tab, but that's not correct on the motion controllers. You don't have a tab. So to get your inventory, you press right grip button, and then this is the weird part. You kind of move your right controller to move the mouse cursor, and then you click on it, and then it's in your hand, and it has like a little laser. Are you seeing the yeah? You've seen the laser, and then you click again on the item, and then it's used that way. It's a little weird, but it works. Again, touch, click, boom. Get batteries, touch, click, boom. Okay, and so that's all that we need. So now we can leave. Okay, so now we need to walk. To walk faster, you just press down on the right joystick and you'll walk faster. This is normal speed right here. This is when I touch down on the right joystick. Either way, it's kind of slow, but it's definitely a lot slower without clicking down on the right joystick. Now, we need to pick up a rock. So I'm going to click the item description first. It says a rock. And then you get close to it with your touch controller, then click trigger, and you'll pick it up. And again, so you're clicking down on trigger, on rock, and you can just stop the ice. Cool. So that's all you needed the rock for. And so again, you just click down on it, and then see the description, and click trigger. So icons show up, and you just press trigger on your appropriate controller. This is just a dark screen. We'll see some light soon. Okay, so there's a metal rod here, and so again, we just get near it, see the hand icon, click right trigger, and now it's in our inventory. See our inventory, we just click on the right grip button, and there we go. Now this same thing, we can just move it as soon as we trigger. Okay. It's easy to hit the right grip button by accident. For those of you who are on the Oculus Rift, you know that. So you can't open it. And so you click left grip button to go between your objects, as you can see. I'm going to pick this up, another flare. And to get your notebook, you just click on the left Y button. And the hard part is getting the cursor. So to-do list, it says I'm in some kind of underground installation, but the only door out of the room I'm in is locked. Need to find some way around. And then, so, okay. So we gotta find a way around. And so there's a hammer here. We need the hammer. The flare. But to get the hammer, it's a little different. So you see how I just left, after getting the cursor on it, I just left click and then you close the... So now so you actually just went, this is probably the easiest, this is actually easier than the game. I played the actual game a little bit, and it was just a lot harder to swing on things. The hard part though is okay, so the hard part was actually getting rid of the hammer. Okay, so now let's get the hammer again. And to crouch, very easy. You just crouch. Crouch in real life. So it's pretty amazing what this modder did to get this game to work in VR. It's really quite astounding. The game is clunky, but the actual game is clunky. So this guy, you know, made lemonade out of lemons, really. And so now we can open the door again. Again, this is a hard thing here for me. So basically you just click on the hammer again. So I found that's the easy way to do it, is just to click on the hammer again and it'll get away from your hand. Now we want the hammer again. So I'm beating all these barrels, but I'm not really sure if they do anything. Do they ever have any useful items? So far, nothing. So you can see this is just the beginning. Just opened this door here, so now you got to figure out this puzzle, which is pretty easy. You just bam, and then here's where motion controls don't really work all that well. No, almost worked. So you gotta do it this way. Come on. Okay, finally. Finally. Okay, so I think I want to end here because this is not a review. This is kind of like a, hey, Penumbra Overture works in VR with the Oculus Rift if you download this mod. Again, just look up the mod, Penumbra Overture VR mod. Just download it. Follow the instructions. You do have to make sure Steam VR is running. Then you gotta start the special application, not the Penumbra Overture application. Now, once you download the mod, there's a special file that says Penumbra VR or something like that. You gotta click on that after you start Steam VR. Then you'll get VR and your like I said, your touch controllers work. Although it's obviously meant for the HTC Vive, they work. No problems, no issues. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and if I get lots of views or lots of requests, I'll continue my playthrough, and I might even do a proper review of the whole game. But I like the VR mod. I never played Penumbra Overture before. I found out about this mod. I already had it in my Steam library. I just never had played it. And I found out about the VR mod, tried it out for the Oculus Rift, and it worked. So yeah, and it works just fine. It's a little clunky at first, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. I just wish there was actual turning, and there isn't. Anyways, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.